Like, how does everyone else go live and not have any mishaps? Maybe because they've done it so many times. That could be it. But I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. We lost signal and we are back. But Mark, you said it was Amazon. You said we was talking so much crap on Amazon that they decided to have YouTube in our live. We weren't even talking about anything. All we were talking about was we were in the middle of talking about your hours worked per day and your start time. That's it. That's all we were talking about. Okay, so I mean, at this point, it might be like two different live splits. So let's hope nothing happens here within the next, 30 to 40 minutes. I'm so sorry, guys. We are amateurs at going live, but we're going to get it together one day, right? We're going to get it together one day. So let's go back to where we left off at, Mark. People wanted to know how many hours are you working in a day? Are you working 10 hours or are you getting done in 5 hours? Okay. Okay. And just to kind of do a recap, we were talking about the big slash new changes that are coming, guys. We were talking about the 6 digit passcode for delivery. So now, depending on the customer, you have to have the customer give you a 6 digit passcode in order to hand them their package. And if they are not at home, cannot deliver the package. There's no way for you to mark it as undelivered. You got to skip the stop, and your DSP has to mark it as undeliverable at like the end of the day. And we also talked about like the name and the photos when you're about to deliver. Mark, you said you didn't have an issue with that at all. The fact that the customers knew who you were. You don't care that they knew your name, and you don't care that they saw your photo prior to. Okay. And let's just go ahead and jump on over. Like I said, this will be probably a second live because I had to end the first live due to technical issues. Not on my part. I know. Look, I just threw you out there, huh? Hey, look, I get the bad end. Anyway, let's talk about one of the main issues here. The last video where we went live, I was talking about the good things that Amazon implemented within the past 6 months, right? I think we talked about 401ks, we talked about the EVs, we talked about bonuses. Well, maybe not bonuses. We talked about pay raise. We talked about some things that Amazon really was trying to do for the drivers. But one issue that still remains, that would be pissing in a bottle. So I am an advocate for going to the restroom, but I am not a man. And so I guess I need to get over it. Drivers will continue to pee in a bottle, and Astrid just needs to accept it. And I need to stop getting on here and talking shit about drivers peeing in the bottle. So, what is from your perspective? How do you feel about drivers out on rural routes? Because it's not all drivers. So, don't let's not get it twisted. It's drivers that are delivering out in the country. They have the rural routes and there's no restroom nearby for minutes. And so this is what they have to do to get done with their route in a sufficient amount of time. What is your opinion about it? Let me know. Okay. So, okay, go ahead. Yeah. You seen a bottle wrap and you didn't tell me? Hmm. So you're telling me that you've seen a piss bottle in your van before. You hold on, let me ask you one more time. You're telling me and you're telling everyone else on here that's like you personally have seen a piss bottle in. So what did you do? What did you do when you saw the pee in the bottle? Did you go tell your DSP right away? You or our DSP, or did you throw it away? What'd you do? Did you throw it away at the beginning of the route? Yeah. So she hold on. So I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. You went to your van in the morning, right? You saw the piss bottle in there. You grabbed the bottle with your hands, and then you went to go throw it away, and she saw what was in it. Or did you acknowledge anything to her? Or you would just walk to the trash can and she saw it and then she brought up the issue? Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Your phone's shaking too. Or you're shaking a lot. Maybe it's the phone. But so basically, you threw away the pee bottle. You did make a big deal out of it, like I do. Like I make big issues about it because I think it's the most trifling ass shit that a person could ever do. I'm sorry, but I'm not touching nobody's piss bottle. But see, the thing is we don't have rural routes, so they have time to go to the restroom. So my question is like, why are you even taking the time to piss in the bottle when you could just drive to the bathroom? I don't think we have rural routes. Do we have them? We're driving in the city and in the suburbs. Man. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna stop talking about it, but I am surprised that you personally did find a pee bottle in your van. Like, I'm shocked, because you and I, talk, and you never mentioned it to me. Maybe because you knew I was gonna go off about it. That could be what it is. You knew I was gonna start going off because yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, but they're okay with it. I mean, okay, if I could agree with anything, rural areas, I get it. Okay, you can't go, but I know myself. Give me a rural route. Give me a route, and the restroom's 10 minutes away. Guess what I'm doing? I'm driving to that restroom. Maybe it's different because I'm a woman, but I feel like even if I was a guy, I probably would get out and go like piss in the woods or something. Like, I don't understand the whole concept of taking the bottle in the van and doing it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, you just, I don't know. Well, all I'm saying is that I would go in the woods personally if it was me. If I was a guy or a female, I don't care if the woods is right across the street from their house. I'm going in the woods to, relieve myself. I'm not gonna sit here and squat down in the van and pee in a bottle, or excuse my language, take my private part and try to, fit it in the bottle to pee in there. Like, we talk about that. That's the issue. If you can fit your stuff in there to put it in the bottle, I think we got more issues. The issue ain't even about the piss. The issue is how did it fit in there? Okay, go ahead. I'm just playing. I'm playing, but go ahead. Yeah. So you don't have an issue with it. That's their business. Okay. But you're saying throw the bottle away at the end of the night. Yes, it's unsanitary, but just throw it away at the end of the night. Don't let somebody see that this is what occurred the day before. That's what you're saying. I mean, okay, so what would you do if you had a rural route? How would you go use the restroom? Are you peeing in a bottle or are you going to the gas station? So you don't care about the cameras on the van because you know the camera in the front. It's like five different cameras on that Netradine camera, and so well five different angles. So you don't care if the camera catches you peeing. You're just peeing outside the van. Got yeah. Okay. So you have personally you pulled over and just took care of your business outside the van. You didn't drive to the gas station and then you didn't use the bottle either. You just okay. Okay, 20 minutes. Well, I guess I mean now I mean if you think about it 20 minutes is pretty far away. And that's like almost an hour going by if you drive 20 minutes to the restroom and then 20 minutes back to where you need to deliver to. But but if they had these routes staged like they should have, you shouldn't even have to do this. Meaning like if they didn't give you a heavy rural route, you wouldn't have to be trying to figure out, how to relieve yourself. Mm, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, looking at it from your perspective, I'm not saying I'm bowing down and be like, stop doing it. Or it's okay. I would never say it's okay. But when you hear other perspectives versus people just telling you to deal with it, you just kind of get like a better understanding. But you still feel bad about the situation because me personally, I feel like the ones who are out in the rural areas, there should be like a common area for all of us to pick up their delivery packages instead of having having to go through these personal issues just to bring them their package. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, squat and go, or a female urinal. I mean, that's the only thing. But then it's like, okay, you do a female urinal and you're in the bottle. You know, you back in the bottle unless you just gonna go outside in the woods somewhere. Okay. So no, you're fine. So we gonna get off this subject, but I just wanna, let everyone know out there in the world, if you piss in a bottle, throw it away. I just want to know, and I want to know from other drivers too. They're big on rewarding the drivers with food. You got Chick-fil-A, you got pizza, Chipotle, you name it, they're bringing it. There's times where you may eat for free two times out of your shift or two times out the week because Amazon's providing food. And sometimes they provide breakfast. Would you rather have Amazon continuously giving the drivers food as rewards, or would you rather have money? And it sounds like a ridiculous question. Of course, they would say, "Of course, I want the money." But what do you think? I guess my question is, what do you think about Amazon doing money instead of food, or do you think that it's okay what they're doing right now? And does it sound like a person would be ungrateful not accepting the food and wanting money? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think they could do both. And I know the reason why I'm asking this is because I've seen plenty of Amazon videos where drivers are, talking about the snacks and stuff. And I've even made videos myself when the DSP provided lunch for us, and sometimes the Amazon warehouse did too. And although it was a friendly gesture, me personally, I was grateful, but at the same time, I know that it's a billion-dollar company, and I know that they could come through better than food. I feel like that they could afford to give the drivers like cash money. If they're giving out food two, three times a week, take all that money they spent on the food and turn around and give you guys like some actual cash money, like $20 here or $30 there. That way you can decide what you want to do with your money and not being forced to eat food. You know what I mean? Especially if I was going to say if it's something you don't like, but they always tend to get stuff that everyone likes. But you got some people, they don't eat all that garbage. Some people eat clean. And so you're giving them Pizza Hut, and how can a person be grateful and they don't eat pizza? Or they're vegan, or you know what I'm saying. I just feel like they can afford to give the drivers money instead of food. Stop feeding the drivers food and feed them some of that cash. That's just my opinion. That would be nice if it was $50, a week instead of a month, because $50 a week could go a long way, especially if drivers are driving from a far distance to the station. And $50 a month, I mean, that still would be cool too. But I feel like it's money over a lot of stuff, because it's like, I mean, you could eat at home. I could go home and make me a sandwich. I could make me a McAllister sandwich. It may not taste the same, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I can feed myself. I need you to pay me. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or not. Ye- Yeah. Give these drivers money. You guys are working hard. Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm like, give us some money. We don't want no damn food. Okay, so let's jump into one of the big changes with Amazon that I feel like is very important for some of the drivers to know about. And this is Amazon. And of course, I would definitely need to hear your feedback from it. Amazon has went from 2-day deliveries recently to same day deliveries. Can you kind of tap in on that and let us know like what is going on? Mhm. Yeah, because I do unfortunately I have the Amazon yearly membership, but I'm telling you, if that baby go up another dollar, I'm canceling the whole thing. I'm over it, because I remember the days where the Amazon yearly membership was like what, $89, and now it's like, getting close to like $150. I don't even remember how much it is now. But you're saying the reason why they're doing the same day delivery is because they're competing against the Targets and the Walmarts, and Walmart does do same day delivery, so they're trying to get as much business staying with them versus their counterparts. Okay. Have you well, we're Prime obviously. So I don't know. Are you aware that you're doing same day deliveries, or you're not even sure? So are you finding yourself delivering more laundry detergent and cat litter? You are. Hi, Miss Deborah. Miss Deborah's in the house. How's it going, young lady? Where have you been? We had a little mishap earlier with our live, and so we had to do like a part two. And so, to kind of recap, you guys, we did go over one of the new things, I believe, in the first part of the live. I was discussing the 6-digit passcode that Amazon now has implemented for the customers, to where the driver cannot deliver a package to the customer unless that customer provides a 6-digit code for them. And the reason for that is because this is something the customer has set up with Amazon, and this is in prevention of their package getting stolen. So I guess they don't want to go to the Amazon hub, and they don't want to stay at home and wait for the package. So you have to get that 6 digit code from them. And if the customer is not home, you cannot mark that package as undelivered. You have to skip the stop entirely. And then the DSP later on, when you get back to the station, they have to mark it as undelivered. Mark did say that, this is, it's not good. We don't know if Amazon is like changing a couple of things with it or tweaking it, but no, this is not good for the drivers at all because it's going to slow the drivers down. And Mark already said he's had 3 customers where they needed to give him that 6 digit code. None of them were home, like none of them, and there's nothing he could do. He just got to go to the next stop. And Mark, you said you wasn't going back, right? Like if you go to their house and they ain't there, you're not going back. Yeah, they can't say that, but the problem is you can't mark it as undelivered. That's the problem because you want to go, on to your next stop and not have to have that lingering at the end of your route, right? I wonder what made Amazon decide to do the 6 digit code instead of like a 4 digit code. Like I don't understand. Like why did they decide to do that? But you're not happy about this 6 digit code ordeal, right? Like you don't like it. They're saying they can't hear anything. I don't know what's going on, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this live to where you can't hear me. I mean, I'm here. Oh, it says Mark is mute. Mark is Mark is mute. I don't hear. I mean, I can hear you. Hang on just a second. Unmute. Let's see. We can't hear Mark. Um, I mean, Mark, you have your volume turned up, right? I can hear you. I can definitely hear you. I hear Mark. Can you guys hear Mark now? Um, I don't know. I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm not starting this live over, you guys. I'm not gonna do it. So, Mark, okay, well, that way you can talk. Hopefully, we can figure something out to where they can hear you again. How are your stops looking right now? They still can't hear you. I looked at a video from March 1st that I had the other day, and it's nowhere near what you had. I had 12 bags. I had 224 packages. How many bags and stops have you had? Mhm. How many stops are you averaging now? And we just started March. So February was like what, December for you? February was like peak. You said, if I'm not mistaken, you told me one of the days it says you can't hear him. I don't know why you can't hear Mark. I don't know, guys. Mark, do you want to check your phone or something? I mean, because I'm like, I haven't done anything to mine. I haven't done anything to my phone. You want to check your volume? Um, okay. We just have been going through this live, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm gonna have to find a different way to go live instead of just going through like the YouTube live because it's just it's been issues and I do apologize. I don't know because I can hear you very well for sure. And there's nothing on here on my end to like really check it. Um, so I may have to, actually put some of the information like down in the description as well. But Mark, you said that you're pushing 270 stops. And this is on a regular basis. 270 stops, and this is including like businesses and apartments. 290 stops. I could have sworn, did you tell me one time you had like 300, you had like 300 some stops, didn't you? Right. It's saying, how could she hear him, but we can't? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm trying to repeat what he's saying. I'm trying because I didn't want to cancel this live again. I'm just trying to repeat what Mark is saying. I don't know. We haven't touched anything. We haven't touched any of the settings, so I'm not sure what is going on. And Mark, you say you have your phone turned all the way up, right? You have your volume all the way up. Do you have your Wi-Fi is on? Do you want to turn it off and see if that helps, or do you want to turn it on and see if it helps? So you guys, Mark is telling me that he's been having a heavy stops. I believe the highest he's had was like how many, Mark? 305 stops package count. But your stops, you're pushing 285, 270 stops, 285 stops. So James McCarthy asked, "Is it true that the drivers work 4 days a week?" That is true. That is completely true. The Amazon delivery drivers. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to repeat what you're saying. Well, they wanted to know if the drivers just work in general 4 days a week. And yeah, most drivers work 10-hour days, 4 days a week. That's 40 hours. There are some drivers like Mark, he gets done with his route usually between 6 and 7 hours a day. No matter how many stops he gets, he always seems to get done early. So if I was given 270 stops, I'd probably be done the next day. But but in this case with Mark will have 276 stops. He'll have 300 packages and he'll get done about 5:30. And he does not run. And I can actually vouch for that. Well, I'm not out on his route, but I've never seen him run. So I'm pretty sure he's not running to deliver these packages, but he's getting them done. So yes, even though the drivers work 4 days a week, you can work more. You can work 6 days. And during peak season, I kid you not, guys, they were allowing drivers to work 7 days a week. I had a driver tell me, look me in my face. He told me he was on his seventh working day. And so we know that it's not legal, but I think he logged in under somebody else's account or name so he could, get his 7 hours in or 7 day in. But yeah, Amazon don't care about that. As long as they get these packages out, that's all that matters. Considering applying in the Orlando area, you are quite welcome, James. Absolutely. And just keep in mind, guys, some of the stuff that we're discussing on here, it doesn't mean that it is literally happening at every, station. We're just giving you our perspective and issues that are going on with us here in the state of Kansas, because that's where, we work. Well, Mark on this hand, because I'm no longer with Amazon, as I told you guys in the previous video, but we are letting you guys know as much information as possible as soon as it comes, because we just want to let you know and be aware so you don't get bamboozled, especially as a new driver. You need to know everything before you become a driver, delivery driver, because this is not for everybody. There's some people who love it, and then some people jump in, they work a day, and they're like, I'm out of here. I can't do this. So let me go to my comments here because somebody did say something. They asked me to come in on my day off, and I thought I would be getting what? What did you say? You thought that you would be getting overtime. Next thing you know, they took another day from me instead. That's weird. That is so weird. Only thing stopping me is the drug test, but I'm detoxing now. Drug class, what are you talking about? Drug tests? They don't drug test. I mean, unless there's something else you're doing, but they don't require they don't do THC testing no more. So if smoking weed or whatever, that's none of Amazon's business. They don't test for marijuana anymore. So if you a weed smoker, it's starting to become legal in a lot of states. If you are a weed smoker, Amazon does not care. They just want to make sure you have a valid driver's license and they do a background check. So, oh, Miss Deborah. Oh, and you asked me, Miss Deborah, earlier about my live with SB. Yeah, I still talk to SB. He's busy, I'm busy, and so we definitely plan on making another video soon. So hopefully that answers your question. And I don't know if you guys can hear Mark again. I've been talking for the past couple minutes. I really hope you guys can hear him. Mark, I'm going to ask you another question and just see. Let's see. Hey, you said you're going back to trucking. Just keep in mind, guys, that some people become an Amazon delivery driver because it kind of gives them like that stepping stone to become a truck driver and to get their CDL. So, yeah. You said what? They don't need to test you. The cops will catch you. So, Mark, we still can't hear you. Mark, Mark, how many stops are you doing in a day again? I've been talking the whole time. That's why y'all can't hear Mark because I keep talking over him. That's why y'all can't hear him. So, Mark, once again, from the last video, what is the highest as far as pounds packages you have ever delivered? 66 pounds. 66 pounds, and I'm kind of going through some of these comments as well. James wants to know, do they have AC in the vans? The answer is yes. I don't know about UPS and FedEx. I don't think they do, but Amazon definitely has AC. But it does get hot in the back area, so if you keep the cargo door closed in the front, that's the only way to stay cool. And so Mark is telling me, I'm still kind of reiterating what he's saying because y'all not telling me if y'all can hear him anymore or not. But Mark has delivered as far as pounds. I told you guys in the last video, that's another thing that changed Amazon has changed their weight restriction. It's no longer 50 pounds, up to 50. He delivered 66 pounds recently. So that may play a factor on some women. You said a box of paper is 65 pounds. It is. A kitty litter, if you got two of them, that's well over 65 pounds. So just keep that in mind. Becoming a driver as a woman, can you lift 65 pounds? And would it be difficult for you to deliver to a customer's front door? Or can you deliver a kitty litter to an apartment on the third floor, right, Mark? So yeah, let's go back to that for a second. You, if I'm not mistaken, you told me you don't deliver kitty litter to the front door. So what do? You leave it on the curb? You do? Are you joking, right? Are you being serious right now? Oh, okay. Don't have me out here lying to these people. So you don't leave a kitty litter on the curb. You do take it to their front door. Okay. But you're still not delivering to back doors, right? You said that in the previous live. You said you'll never deliver to a back door. You have to change your mind about that. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't know, James. You said what happened if an Amazon truck cuts off a FedEx truck? What would happen, Mark? What would happen? Yeah, let's just hope let's hope no altercation will occur. Have you ever been cut off by a FedEx driver or a UPS driver? You have. What did you do? No road rage? You just kept going? Yeah. Yeah. What can you do, right? I mean, you got packages to deliver. You ain't got time to be getting into it with these other drivers. Oh Lord. So yes, no delivering. Mark does not deliver to back doors. Mark said he puts kitty litter on the curb. No, I'm joking, guys. Mark puts it on the porch. So Mark, I got another question too. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen while delivering on your route? And it could either be seen or what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you while on your route? Oh my God. I remember you telling me that. Deborah, you said Mark is mute. Damn it, y'all. So now I gotta tell you what Mark is saying. Mark, this is crazy. Well, at this point, Mark, you can talk all kind of shit about everybody. Nobody will hear you, huh? No, so last, can you see the comments on here? Okay. So Mark, yeah, Mark can read you guys' comments on here as well. So I don't know if you guys were aware of that. So whatever you're saying about Mark, you may not be able to hear him, but he can see what you're putting on there. So Mark said you said last week you were delivering at a customer's house, and this 6 foot guy came out in a velour onesie with a velvet onesie. Oh my! So he Okay. The reason why I'm saying no is because I'm gonna have a DSP contract. I just asked you, are you aware with the EVs, the engine? Do you agree that having the cruise Mhm. Because I'm like, that would just open it.